Good morning. Welcome to the operational briefing for the sites and point fires. My name is Gwendolyn Ozard, the Planning Section Chief for CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 4. Before we begin our briefing, everyone, can you please take a moment and turn your cell phones off and your radios down? Turn with me to page 1 of your IAP, and we're going to review the incident objectives. Our management objectives remain unchanged. Moving on to our control objectives. For the point fire, the control objectives are to keep the fire within the current perimeter. For the sites fire, the control objectives are to keep the fire north of Old Wilbur Road, south of the Glenn-Colusa County line, east of the Mendocino National Forest boundary line, and west of the Tehama-Glen Canal. Current situation.
Good morning, Trevin Close, Night Operations. Starting with the point incident, current situation yesterday, crews continued to improve control lines. They pulled hose on Division Alpha, and they mopped up well interior 500 plus feet. Moving over to the sites incident, starting with the branch 7, all lines are direct, plumbed where needed, crews going well interior. Moving over to branch 5, same story. All crews are 200 to 300 plus feet in, mopped up. Hose lay from Alpha Alpha through Devil's Elbow into Zulu, well mopped up there too. Have a safe shift. End of report.
Weather.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Seaman, incident meteorologist. The word for the day and really for the upcoming weekend is hot. We're going to be cranking up the heat across the region. We've got heat advisories in effect, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. The heat's going to be with us for a few days, and that heat does have cumulative effects, so just keep that in mind when you're out there working today. Starting out with the point fire, we did actually have the marine layer work back in this morning, so excellent humidity recovery in the 90 to 100% range. Temperatures are currently around 50 degrees with that low marine stratus layer in place. As we burn that off this afternoon, we're going to warm up to around 90 degrees on that fire. The winds will be generally terrain driven and light, and as we heat up and we lose that marine layer, we'll see those humidity values fall down to around 30%. So even though the temperatures aren't quite as high over on the point incident, we will have that little bit elevated humidity, and that will obviously contribute to the heat. Further east on the sites incident, it's going to be a lot warmer. We're starting out this morning in the 65 to 70 degree range up on the fire. We saw humidity recovery around 50% overnight. Winds today are going to be very much like they've been the last few days with that light southeasterly component, but largely terrain driven. But the main story again is the heat. We're going to be pushing 100 degrees on the fire today. That heat's going to be with us again tomorrow and into Sunday. As we get into the weekend, we'll also start to put a little bit of south wind on the fire as well. So there's very hot and increasingly south winds on the fire. So just be aware of that. Just be careful out there. Details for the weather in your IEP. Thank you.
Fire behavior.
Good morning, I'm Ross Dollarhide, Fire Behavior Analyst. So very briefly on the point incident, we don't anticipate any fire behavior for this operational period. So moving on to the sites, where we need to focus is up in the northern part of the fire on Division Zulu and Alpha Alpha, where we've seen a little bit of a dirty burn up there. There is still an element of unburned brush, though thankfully the fine fuels have mostly burned off. So the carrier fuels aren't really present, but please understand that the pig is nearing 100% today. So if there is any resident heat in there and the fire is able to get established, there is a slight reburn potential in those drainages where that dirty burn was present. Thank you.
Safety.
Yeah, good morning, Clint Hamilton, Team 4 Safety Officer. The heat is the word of the day, correct? It's hot. All our safety concerns are universal. They both apply to both incidents. Manage your guys' time, manage your guys' crews, manage your personnel, manage your breaks. Document when you do take breaks. It's important. We keep talking about it for a reason. Communication still, again, go get cloned. Make sure you guys have the right communications. And lastly, I'll leave you with, we're in rattlesnake country, right? I was talking to one of the guys yesterday. He said for the year, typically they deal with about 100 rattlesnakes. For this year, they're already at 60. So watch out.
Division assignments and roll call.
Hey, good morning. Kent Cunningham, Operations CAL FIRE IMT4. For the point incident, everything continues to hold within the fire perimeter. They continue to engage in mop-up and suppression repair efforts as we look to transition out of the point incident.
Morning, Mark Thomas, Resources, IMT4. For roll call for the Sites Fire, Branch 5 Director Jake Cowan. Here. Robert Peterson. Here. Trainee Chris Aragon. Here. For Division Alpha Alpha, Seth Pendel. Here. Trainee David Lindsay. Here. Trainee Chad Benson. For Division Delta Delta, Jason Schofield. Here. Trainee Sarah Colomer. Here. For Division Juliet Juliet, Marker Marcourt. Here. For Division Mike Mike, Joel McGaffey. Here. Kevin Ryan. Morning. Branch 7, Shane Frederick. Here. Division Romeo Romeo, Josh Lau. Here. Trainee Jonathan Michelson. Here. Trainee Nick Upton. Here. Division Zulu Zulu, Mike Hildenbrand. Here. Trainee Miguel Mendez. Here. Continuing for Contingency Branch, Aldo Gonzalez. Here. Division Brett Swearingen. Here. For Fire Suppression Repair, Steve Chapman. Here. Division Mike Watner. Here.
Okay, Alpha Zulu Zulu will be the priority divisions today. The good news is all the hard work that you all put in on the 19th is all holding in Alpha Zulu Zulu and throughout the rest of the fire. The bad news is that we've all heard is the temperatures. Today is the day that we grind this thing out, okay? We mop up, we get in there, we do all those things. With the wind event coming this weekend and those high heats, we've got to grind today. We've got to get every little last piece of that. With everything that's anticipated to happen, if your line is not in, it's not secure, and we don't have good mop-up, there's a good chance that it could get exposed, all right? And we don't want anything to squirt out. So go out there, improve on what you did on the 19th, make sure all that hard work that you put in stays where it is. Thank you.
Air Operations.
Good morning. Greg Bradshaw, Air Operations, CAL FIRE, IMT4. Air Operations continues to support both incidents out of the 7M helibase. We have reduced our footprint. We still have enough resources to meet your operational objectives. We currently have 10 Type 1 aircraft and 4 Type 3 aircraft. We also have a day rescue ship, and as of last night, we have a night rescue ship in place. Thank you.
Communications.
Good morning, Joe Peterson, Communications Unit Leader. For the point incident on page 21, there will be no change in the comm plan. Salina will still be your contact for communications on the point. Page 22, the sites incident. Yesterday we had a change, so today you will need a clone. COM 14 has assumed sites communications as of yesterday, so they'll be the contact, sites communications. And on the initial contact for effective communications, identify which tone you're going to be using. Thank you.
Medical.
Good morning, Steve McGarry, CAL FIRE IMT4 Medical Unit Leader. Okay, so on page 23 is the 206. Noted on there, we do have CalMat here in Colusa available for supplies and any sort of treatment you may need. MERT is still at Canocti. So one thing to note that on the point fire, they have an ambulance committed, and that's Medic 560, and they're going to be at the Dry Creek Road near the dam. And here at the sites fire, we're going to still have the same 2 ambulances. We're going to have AMR 101 and 102 down near Leesville Camp. We'll have 2 teams of line medics, and listed on there are our rotary ring rescue ships that are available. In box 6, I'm going to draw your attention to a couple of things. On there is listed the information that you'll need to gather so we can get you the closest resource. Also listed is the landline to sites communications if there's an in-camp emergency. Please collect that information and pass it up to chain of command, and we'll get you the closest resource. Thank you.
Information.
Good morning, Jazz Shaw with information. If you can turn to the public information section on page 27 and 28, I'll give you some updated numbers. We will start with the sites fire on page 27. We're at 19,195 acres with 25% containment. We have a total personnel of 1,935. For the points fire, we are at 1,207 acres at 75% containment and a total personnel of 560. You can also read our CAL FIRE social media policy. Please review that. If you have photographs that you're getting out in the field, we would love to have those. If you could bring them by our PIO trailer, which is directly behind the comms trailer in the middle section. We also have a lost and found, and we are receiving mail here at base camp. Please make sure that if you have packages that are mailed to you, that you include your resource number and your name. Thank you.
Liaison.
Good morning, David Barnett, Liaison Team 4. I want to say thank you to all of the cooperators, agency reps, stakeholders, for the work that you have done so far to date. You've been working tirelessly throughout the day and night to take care of the incident, work with us, take care of the community, and we thank you for being part of the team. We do need you, and you are part of the team. So to continue in that effort, we're again going to have a cooperators meeting at 10 o'clock. Signage. We have our liaison trailer. We will meet with you anytime. I'll meet with you here. We want to continue those efforts. And if you're at the point fire and you need assistance, we will direct you to the right person here. There is a presence there. There are agency reps there. Thank you very much. Have a safe shift.
Sonoma-Lake-Napa Unit Chief.
Good morning, Mike Marcucci, Unit Chief here for Sonoma-Lake-Napa, and I just want to say thank you again to everybody that's here. Each day we come out, there seems to be more of you here. I look forward to having less of you here as we move forward. So we're on day 6 of the point, we're on day 5 of the sites, and for the point incident, I would just ask that the strong work continues to finish strong for the great work that's been done. That was a great stop on the fire. That is not where we thought the fire would stop, so we'll continue that great work. And on the sites fire, every time I come into camp and I see more black on the map, that just warms my heart. So I look forward to that increasing, and that's all due to the hard work that you're doing. And as you've heard here, we have a theme of heat going today. And so all I'll ask is if you think you have enough water, throw another case in the rig and share with your friends and neighbors and just keep an eye on each other. We're about 5 days into this. And if you've come from another fire, you've been on duty, you know, our bodies slowly start to get tired and maybe not recover as well as it can as it's staying warm throughout the day and the night. So please look out for each other. Please take care of yourselves and have a safe shift. Thank you.
A couple reminders. So at the conclusion of briefing, if you're an unassigned resource, please meet with the resource unit leaders at the back of the briefing area at the table. If you are an assigned resource, if you find your name in the IAP, please go to your division breakouts. They are posted around the briefing area. Closing comments, Incident Commander.
Thank you. My name's Andy Turner. I'm one of the incident commanders with CAL FIRE Team 4. First of all, I'd like to thank you for being here. Thank you for buying into the plan that this team's put together. Thank you in advance for your work today out there. If I could have you think about 2 things as you drive out of here, one of them is flexibility. While the forward progress of this fire is stopped and it's your job to turn these containment lines into control lines, it may also be your job to go to any new emerging fires, not only in the Lake Napa unit, but in the North region. So have that exit plan ready, readiness, be prepared for that. And and for number 2, you have the opportunity to make a difference today. So not just on the fire ground out here, but through these communities, anything from waving to a youngster while you're driving down the road to engaging a rancher, somebody at a gas station, whatever it is, take the opportunity, make that positive difference here in the community. Above all, stay safe today. Thank you.
That will conclude our operational briefing. For those of you that turned your cell phones off and your radios down, please turn those back on now. If you have an assignment, go to your division assignment. Thank you.